The men that become big, rich and dangerous and use their powers for good are the men that will save this fucked up world. So when most men are docile, weak and poor, how do you become big, rich and dangerous? How do you balance weightlifting, martial arts and money making? I'm going to run you through my system for doing those three things, because as a man, when you were younger and they had fucking good movies and you watch superheroes and masculine men, I guarantee that's what you wanted to be. And that's what all young boys want to be. We want to be men. And we're meant to be masculine men, because masculine men look after the people around them. They care for the world. And that is what women actually want. So fuck the feminist shit, the feminist agenda, fuck the woke bullshit, fuck the TikTok dances and the toy boys. This is how you become a real fucking man. Because real men are what prop this world up. They are the good to battle the evil. The world is full of fucking evil. And you need to be the strongest, the biggest, the most dangerous and richest version of yourself. Not just for you and the way you feel, but for the people around you. So let's get into how we do this. The first one is martial arts. And I've spoken to so many guys that think that martial arts is not important, that think that it's okay because they're not violent, so they don't need to learn martial arts because they don't want to hurt anybody else. No, that is not how it works. You must become the warrior in the garden. That's the saying. Be the warrior in the garden. Be the warrior in peace times. You've got the ability to fucking snap somebody's neck, but you don't use it for bad. You just use it when it's needed. Compared to being the gardener in the war. Do not let yourself be the docile, small, weak man that then has an opportunity to show courage, to show heroism, to be a hero in a situation, to save somebody else's life, to save your own liberty, and not be able to do it. Because that day is coming. For every single one of you, there will be a day in your life where you look back and think, fuck, if only I could have protected myself. If only I'd had some more courage. And that will eat you up inside. I had this moment in my own life. I had this many times where I was scared of conflict, and it ate me up inside. And I made sure that if those things ever happened to me again, that I would be a man that was ready to do the job, ready to fight if it was needed, and only use it for good. And I'll tell you some stories and how I think you should go about this. So balancing martial arts, weightlifting, being rich, it's all pretty fucking easy, to be honest with you. And I'll give you my exact system. But the martial art that you go into, I've been thinking about this because I box currently. But I started off on my martial arts journey. Really, when I took it seriously, I started in MMA. And I actually think that's probably the place to start for most guys. And I'll give you the reason. I got into MMA, and you learn grappling, obviously jiu-jitsu, you learn parts of Muay Thai, you learn boxing, you learn wrestling. And when you fight somebody hand-to-hand combat in the street, it's different to boxing. And being able to put someone away, boxing, it's fantastic. It's definitely a good start, and it's a very good thing to know how to do. But thinking back to the fights that I've had, the times where I've actually had to fight somebody in the street, it was MMA that kind of saved me compared to actual boxing. And there was two scenarios. When I lived my old life, when I was living in a sort of a crack house, I had one guy that lived there with me. He was actually meant to be a friend. He was a huge guy, about 6'5". I didn't mind the guy, he was all right. But he would do drugs and get very, very aggressive. And I had a girlfriend that lived in the house at the time. It was a guy that was unable to defend myself. I would have to take the disrespect of this guy being rude to my girlfriend, overstepping the mark, asking her to call him things, call him daddy, that's one thing he said. And then I knocked him out. And I'll give you a situation. So we were just at a party at our house, and my girlfriend asked him for a cigarette, and he said, you have to call me daddy if I give you a cigarette. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we ended up having a fight, and he squared up, punched me in the face. He had a pretty nice black eye that he hit me with. But then I turned around and knocked him out. I knocked him out. I slayed the giant, the big giant in the house. And that's just one situation that if you're not in a position to do that, who knows what can happen? Who knows what can happen when you can't do that? Another situation, this is more of the MMA stuff, that was a punch. I had a fight with this guy again, and he had my throat on the stairs of our apartment, and he was pushing my throat into the stairs. I couldn't breathe. And I managed to get myself out of this situation, grapple with him, and actually rear naked choke him into submission. And the only way that you could get this guy to stop was to kind of submit him, and then he would realize that he was outmatched. And it's situations like these where you literally don't know what could happen to you. And obviously I don't live in that kind of house anymore. I'm not part of that kind of lifestyle. But ever since then, I've had guys threaten me. I've had guys come up to me. They want to fight. And when you can look somebody dead in the eyes, not be scared and ready to go, that's normally all it takes to stop a situation. I don't think you should ever fight when you don't need to. There's many times where I've had guys come up to me, be aggressive with me, be bullies, and I'm ready to go. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not scared of fighting. So how do you get to a point where you're this kind of guy, where you've got the abilities to not be scared of conflict anymore? That's what we have to focus on as young men. So the first step to doing this that you can do right now is you find the baddest gym, the dirtiest, grimiest gym with the horriblest fuckers in your town, whether it be an MMA gym, whether it be a boxing gym, and you have to view this like your fucking rise, like a samurai movie. This is your boot camp. It is not going to be fun, boys. It is going to hurt. There's going to be pain. You're going to get beaten up, and that's what crafts the warrior. So you have to go and find the worst gym, and by worst I mean the best gym, but not the fancy gym, the gym for killers. And you hang out with killers, and you start seeing how these guys operate, and you start training with them. And you have to realize it's going to be difficult. But if you just turn up twice a week, that's all I recommend in this program. Twice a week, and you do one session where you're learning stuff, and you do one session where you're sparring per week. That's the absolute minimum for a guy. If you want to add more in, you can. But remember, we're trying to get big at the same time. One of the important things to remember, so let's say you just started MMA, you start getting into it, you're getting beaten up, your ability to deal with conflict is just going to go, your confidence is going to go through the roof because you fight every single week. You do hand-to-hand combat every single week. When it happens in the street or somebody comes up to you, as long as you're doing some form of training and sparring, you're better than 95% of guys in the street, even if they got a big mouth on them. And that's where you have to be. So that's an absolute non-negotiable, twice a week. That's what it takes to become a dangerous man. You're not going to be the most dangerous, you're not going to beat pros, but you are going to be better than 95% of men, and that's where you need to be at an absolute minimum. Just remember, we're trying to get big and dangerous. I don't really like the idea of being small and an elite athlete. It's cool, obviously, if you're a pro fighter, this isn't something that you'd follow, but my advice is you want to look big as well. You want to look big because it feels good as a man. And it's good for getting women and that sort of stuff, and just getting respect without having to show your skills. So when we're trying to get big, you train twice a week. This uses a lot of calories. You do an hour and a half twice a week with boxing or MMA, and you just want to make sure you're replacing all those calories post workout. So you're getting a big pasta, cheese, steak dinner in afterwards, plenty of fluids, and you're just replacing those calories. That's how you keep the size. So very fucking simple stuff. That's what will put you ahead of 95% of guys in terms of the martial arts. Becoming rich. When you become rich, or you at least have some money, you can start to bend the world around you. This is how you keep track in this world. It is a materialistic world, whether we like it or not. Everything costs money, and your ability to survive as a man solely relies on how well you can make money. And that's how you look after your family, that's how you look after your girlfriend, that's how you save and help other people that can't do the things that you can maybe do as a young man. So how do you make money? How do you become rich? You have to become a hustler, and a hustler thinks about money every single day. So in between your training, when you're out of training, because this doesn't take a long time per day, an hour per day max training, the rest of your day is focused on money making activities. And a hustler looks at every day as a new day, as a zero bank balance. Doesn't matter what you made last month, doesn't matter what you made yesterday. You have to turn up every day and put money in your pocket. When all you're thinking about is making money and how you can make money, and that's all you think about every day is, I need to get some money in my fucking pocket today. Why have I made no money today? If you think about it like that, you will find ways to make money every single day. And one of the ways I recommend for any young man, I've said this before, get into sales. Even if you're not a salesperson currently, it will give you confidence, it will give you the ability to speak to people, and it gives you the ability to turn up and make money every single day. That's what sales is. It's getting people to buy stuff, products that you believe in, sell them to somebody, and you get commissions for that product. So you just go out there and you hit it hard, you do your sales appointments, you do your Zoom calls, you can do online high ticket sales, you can go and get a sales job in your local town. Just go and learn sales, even if it's just for a couple of years. Get yourself learning sales. Think about making money every single day. Another thing I do, look at your bank accounts daily. Most guys that don't make money, if they're realistic with themselves, they don't look at their bank. They don't like talking about money because they're insecure about it. And that's fine, but you've got to make a fucking change. No one's going to change it for you. This is how we rank the game. So you need to look at your bank accounts every day. And if they're fucking zero or negative balance, you have to go out there and make some money, and you need to be scared. on a daily basis, and you need to act on being scared. And don't fucking wait. Money's not going to come to you. You have to go out there and take it every single day. If you want to make the big bucks, it's not going to happen in a 9 to 5. It's not going to happen working for somebody else. The big bucks are made for yourself through providing value, through creating a business, through becoming an entrepreneur. I personally think the best way to do this is get into sales and then figure out in the future what you want to sell. You find problems in the market, you think about money, where can you solve a problem, and you create a business around that. And once you create a business and you know how to sell, you now have the ability to become an entrepreneur. That is the most important part of business, is getting money in, is becoming the sales guy. Getting sales, everything else can be figured out. And for anyone who's just at the start of this journey and they're thinking, oh, this seems like so much to do, just get started. Just get started. Sell your PlayStation, sell your fucking stuff, undownload all the shitty apps on your phone and only focus on money. Focus on getting money in, selling all your old stuff, focus on going and doing a job for your dad, focus on doing a job at the local butcher's, cut a pig's head off. Do anything you can to get money in your pocket. There's no nobility in poverty. There is no reason to sit around being broke when it is so easy to go out there and make money. Do anything you can at first and tailor the path as you go along. The path will illuminate. You'll find your ways to make money, but make sure there is always cash in that fucking bank. The next one's physique. How do we get big? We're dangerous. We're making money every day. These are the 3 things we focus on: being dangerous, making money every day, being fucking big. That's all you need to focus on as a young man. And the physique side is very easy. 2 times a week, you train your martial arts. 3 times a week, you do push-pull legs. I put a push-pull legs program on my 7-day program for becoming a savage. It's a video I did a few days ago. Go and check it out. Download the program. Do it 3 times per week. We're only training 5 times a week on this program. The rest of the time's focused on making money through any way possible. Get yourself a training partner that has the same mindset as you. It's so much better to build this stuff with brothers, to have your brother you go and do martial arts with, to get back and watch videos about making money, to go and sell some stuff, to do sales together, to have that brotherhood, to push each other every day in the gym. That's what it's all about, becoming this kind of man. So find a buddy. If you don't have a buddy and you've got some money right now and you just want this lifestyle, you want to live every day like this, come join us in the New Elite. Check out the link down below. But you will have someone around you that's on this path. Find them, become friends. Don't miss your workouts, train hard. You have to eat big to get big. If you're a skinny guy, I don't care about your appetite, your hunger. I don't have a particularly big appetite and hunger. You have to force some food in. Force in your rice, force in your chicken, force in your fucking eggs, force in your steak every day. That's basically all you're eating. Steak, potatoes, cut out all the bullshit, eat real food and eat it fucking big every single day. Also, increase your testosterone. Making money daily, being dangerous and going to the gym will increase your testosterone straight away. You'll start to think and feel different. You feel like you've got some fucking energy behind you, like you can conquer the world, and that's how you should feel as a man. You should not be thinking about your feelings. You should have a strong fucking mind and you should feel ready to go and certain. That comes from testosterone. Best hacks I can give you for testosterone boosting at this current moment: 4 eggs in the morning, 4 eggs at night, absolute minimum. The cholesterol in the eggs is the precursor to testosterone. Eat your fucking eggs. Vitamin D3, have some research, see how much you think you should take. Personally, I take between 5 and 10,000 IUs of vitamin D. The recommended is not enough for guys that do not live in the sun. And you need vitamin D to make testosterone. Another one, if you want to get all of the testosterone boosting supplements that they have on the market in one supplement, that's the Kingmaker by Top Shelf Grind. Linked under this video, they're my sponsor. I love the brand, I love the founder. This is how we live. This supplement's fantastic. I take it every day. And it's just got everything you need: your Tonkat Ali, your black maca, horse chestnut, beet powder, vitamin D3, magnesium, zinc, all of the sups that people tell you to take for testosterone boosted into one supplement. When you're in the gym, go to failure, keep pushing those weights, make sure you track your weights and you're getting it up. That is how you get bigger, is by getting stronger. And the program that you'll get if you go down to that video I told you about, just push your weights on those lifts and you will get bigger. So boys, that is getting big, rich and dangerous. It is the most important thing you can possibly do as a man. It is what this channel is about: making men masculine, making them courageous, making them heroic, making you happy with yourself and the man that you've become, giving you the ability to protect and provide for your family, as men fucking should in this world. So go out there, boys. I believe in every single one of you that wants to do this, and I guarantee you, you will feel better as a man for becoming big, rich, and dangerous. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Have a good fucking heart. Become big, rich, and dangerous so you can look after the world and conquer the fucking evil that is spread. So, boys, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you on the next one. Whoop-ah!